He asked me to help to find a distributor in Taiwan. And since I'm from Taiwan, so I don't know anyone in Taiwan, but my mother still lived there, so I had to come back to Taiwan. So I said, I can help you on that. So I come back to Taiwan, I find my friends and ask them if they anyone want to do it. But what they propose is very short term. It's just a transactional model. I don't think this is the right way to do it. So we decide to start myself. I become a distributor.
All right, Ping.
Yes.
Let's talk about now. You know, what you're doing for Taiwan. I think you're doing a lot to inspire young people, from what I know. And also about keeping the foreign talents that we've got here to stay in Taiwan. Am I right?
Yes.
I mean,
this is super important.
Yeah, like with Forward Taiwan, it seems like you're doing something really serious. It's talking about like visa and policies, that kind of stuff to help foreigners, making it easier for them to stay and, you know, start their business, or startups too. You're also helping with that. You're doing a whole lot of things, but what inspired you to do so much of these things for Taiwan? I know you love Taiwan, and I think you really care about the fact that we're getting old, but we want to help young people to succeed and everything, right?
Yeah.
And so, yeah, this is all part of your ripple maker mentality.
You're absolutely right.
All right. What exactly are you doing right now?
It's a very good question. I think first thing is that we are the privileged few. We have experience living abroad, so we see the world, we travel around. We have a very sustainable business model which is totally in line with the environment, with the higher purpose. I'm very lucky I just bumped into that. So I didn't really actually seeking, I want to protect the environment, I want to solve the climate change, and then I want to do that. No, just stumble into this. So I always think I'm very lucky. I started business in 1988. Taiwan just started opening up. I'm very lucky in that right time, right place, and that's why I'm a privileged one. And as a privileged one, then we should all take some risk. We should all do something that, that's key word, do something that we believe and do something we love. So in other words, I keep telling people, it's kind of cliche, but it's true. I don't do this to love Taiwan, okay?
No?
No, because love Taiwan is a fake issue. Name one people who doesn't love Taiwan in Taiwan. Like love mother. No, you had to love your mother. Yeah, you do this because you love your mother to do this. Don't focus on who loves and what the right way to love Taiwan. Okay, we do this because we believe. That's more important. Okay, that's very important. That's a totally different concept. Because if you say I do this for the love of Taiwan, suddenly you still have that little victim mentality, little sacrifice yourself, trade off a certain thing in order to accomplish a patriotic higher goal. I think this is not what my thinking. My thinking is really simple. I think Taiwan should connect to the world, or the world should connect to Taiwan. Either way, that's my thing. But I'm privileged one. We are all privileged one. We can speak English. We can go direct to the source to get the cutting edge information. We don't need a gatekeeper to translate. Lost in translation. Whatever.
Lost in translation.
Whatever. It's always because certain thing you cannot translate. But we're the privileged few, and that's why I say I want to do something. And one thing with the Red Room, I think you know the Red Room. Red Room is a very special community that will start from this place.
This very room? Oh, no wonder I can recognize the red rug.
We start right from this room. The idea is really simple, that I want to create an English-friendly space community.
Okay.
Otherwise, we talk about bilingual education, we talk about English actually useless. That's just for the test, for the resume, for the TOEIC score. English is a living language. You have to be able to use that language in a daily conversation, making friends. So I said I want to create an English-friendly community, but then I'm a business person, so I want to find a way that I have a strong stickiness, have a strong affiliate to this kind of English environment. Okay. So during that time, I choose the poetry, spoken words, poetry. because I think a lot of people is very good with words, but they all want to share, right? That's the way that motivate them to create a new thing. So we started from a poetry reading.
Okay.
Poetry reading means you can either read your own creation, or can you read a chapter somewhere else that really touched you. Okay.
But in English.
In English, English or multilingual. Sometimes with Japanese, or we have one is language for South American, Africana. It's kind of weird. It's kind of English plus Dutch and some indigenous. That's interesting English. Okay, we can understand that, but the pronunciation is so different.
Oh, that would have been interesting.
Very interesting. We have one South African white guy come over and say, "I just missing that sound, but in Taiwan I cannot find it. I want to take this opportunity to read a poem with Africana language, and of course we can understand." So he explained what that means. Oh, beautiful. That means in Africa, in a big plain in Africa, the rain just raining, and suddenly everything revive. The smell, the misty from the ground. So that describe this kind of scenery, this feeling, and then start to recite. Wonderful. We have so many magic moments. When one guy come over, I want to thank my teacher in the elementary school, because she's the one introduced me to the drama. Even though I'm not doing drama right now, but I want to memorize her. I thank her. So I want to recite a Hammer, Shakespeare, one scene.
Yeah, from Hamlet. I see.
And he will say, "There's one dead body here. There's one dead body here. There's all killing each other, right?" And then he recite the last scene.
Oh, really?
Oh, so wonderful. You know, those Western friends or for foreigner, because the way they brought up, they're more creative. They're more at ease to express themselves. So that's what we started this whole thing.
So what has that developed into? The Red Room, this whole idea of using English, reading poetry. What has that developed into right now?
We're going to touch the very important part. I get to know so many talented people. And of course, most of them coming for teaching English, but it's not that professional, true talent. Okay, they're just teaching English. So we create this environment for all those people, creative people, to exercise their creative nature.
But mostly in the arts? Like poetry?
Of course, evolve, right? We start with the poetry, then we start singing, we start composing, we start novel reading, we start a live radio show.
Really?
It's been a live radio show.
Really?
It's so much fun. Everybody read the script, and then we have big signs, applause, that everybody get applause. Create a scary sound, everybody creates scary. So we can immersing. That's truly immersing act now, but with professional script. So beautiful story. So we do all those things to become a hub for all the creative people, regardless of nationality, regardless of profession. But come to the Red Room, we can celebrate to each other's passion. We talk about that way. Once we walk in this room, we should listen without judgment.
Sure.
We should see things with love. We should speak the language of compassion, something like that. Okay, very poetic. Everyone coming in this room, we are all equal. We are here to celebrate, to encourage, to help people, not help, to support people stay on the stage. You are very nervous now. You're going to want to say there's 30 or 40 people watching you. Complete quiet, you got nervous on that stage, but you overcome that, and you become a better person of yourself. So we create this kind of environment, and then gradually grow and grow and grow, become a very important platform and community for all the international creative. And then I realized something about such a stupid immigration law. That have so many building barrier that prohibit or discourage the foreigner to stay in Taiwan. because the law never really make any change because they don't have votes, right? So lawmakers not interested that much.
Yeah, they think they're more.
They're not their constituency, right? And they create a conservative people angry about it. You have so many people here, and then you can depress the salary, the state in the job, all those myths of immigration. So the laws never changed. So I decided that Taiwan's future is get all those people involved in Taiwan. So if we want to go out of Taiwan, we want to connect the world, we need these people to connect the world because they know what they love Taiwan about, right?
Yeah.
We cannot promote what we like Taiwan, but maybe not necessarily in their culture they appreciate it. So I decided we want to change the immigration, but I never have any opportunity or experience to deal with government.
I know.
I don't have any.
You didn't want to touch politics before, right?
No.
But now.
Policy and politics different.
Okay. All right. Okay, policy.
Exactly. So I started. Well, luckily we have Facebook, right?
Yeah.
I just start with Facebook, and I create a very enthusiastic, very supportive fans. Okay, and we have about 25,000 over years. Talk about this issue. And then
immigration alone?
Immigration.
Really?
And then I started from the lowest level of the policy maker, which is Taipei City Council, and all the way gradually City Labor Ministry, go all the way to the National Development Council, 国发会. They are the one design policy.
You're at that level now.
Yeah. We luckily we have a real good civil servant now.
Yeah, we got some breakthrough recently about the
Big
visa and immigration.
Big breakthrough. We have a new fast track. Okay, let's go worse. Okay, not loophole, but fast track. Spread the word. Check Google the gold card in Taiwan's immigration rule, whatever. We create a gold card recently.